Hi Julia Watts here, welcome to my YouTube channel. So Phil has just revealed the new Festive fancy frames. Now these were very popular. We had I think there were 3 or 4 last year, different shapes, and they sold out ridiculously quickly. I know we had a rectangle, a circle and a square, so I think there were 3. So we have some new ones, and as you can see we've got an oval and we've got a diamond, and they are available exclusively to my website juliawattscrafts.co.uk and also the Honeypot Crafts website too. And once the stock's gone, it's gone. They will not be on the TV. They are not available anywhere else other than our 2 websites. So be quick if you want them, because I know a lot of people were complaining that they didn't get the ones that were out last year. So this is your heads up to head over and purchase. And so we've got 2, as I said, we've got 2. We've got the Poinsettia oval and the snowflake diamond, and you will see from the front design that the poinsettias and the holly have got pierced detail in them, which correspond to the new pierced fancy festive poinsettias and the pierced holly sprigs as well. So they perfectly match, and the shapes match and everything, so we're going to be using those with those. And then the snowflake diamond is a diamond and has got snowflakes on it, but of course you can change the orientation so it's that way. You can even have it as a wonky square if you want to as well. And there will be videos using both of these. I'll get as many done as I can, or as stocks last. So it does say limited edition on the front, and that's what they are. They are very limited. So we're going to put the diamond aside for now. I don't know what I did there. I probably bent the sheet when I picked it up. Right, so we're going to put that aside one for now, and we are going to play in this video with the Poinsettia oval. There will be a video tomorrow with the diamond. So first of all, what we're going to do, we're going to make an A5 card. So I have got, look, it folds and everything. We have got an A5 card, and we're going to do one that's landscape. And I'm using my layers. I've been cut using the Magnificence rectangles, because remember we told you that the festive collection would coordinate beautifully with the layered differently collection. So we're using the rounded corners of the 2 layers of the Magnificence rectangles. And for my base layer I've got New Gold Lustre card, which you'll get from over at Honeypot Crafts. And then the next layer, I need to move all these bits out of the way without losing them. The next layer I've cut out a pure white card, and I've embossed using the new Festive Poinsettias 3D embossing folder. This was released a couple of weeks ago. It's been super popular, so don't miss out on this absolutely stunning 3D embossing folder. So we're going to get these 2 layers stuck together. Hopefully my glue's not bunged. No, it isn't. Good. In this hot weather, glue is bunging up very quickly. So yes, so this is a treat for you who missed out, because I've had quite a few messages from people saying that they would like the ones from last year. Well, I'm sorry, there aren't any. You might be able to get some second hand, but I'm not parting with mine. We will be using the festive frames in both of my workshops that have got a Christmas theme. They're both at the Maker's House in Fareham, in Hampshire on the south coast, and there's one in September and one in November, and you'll find them by looking at the workshop section of my website. And you can book the whole day, you can book just the morning or just the afternoon. Most people come for the whole day, but we do sometimes have people that are local that just come for one or the other. Seeing if I can get that straight. Now when you do use these 3D embossing folders, do mist your card with some water beforehand, both sides, before popping it through. And there are different sandwiches for different machines, and sometimes new machines require a different one to the sandwich that you were using on the same machine before, which was older. That's what I found anyway. So we've got the frame. Let's grab all my bits. Here's the frame. So to cut the frame, all you need to do is use this die here that's in the middle. And obviously, as you can see, we've got it on this orientation, which is the one we're going to use, or we could have it that way up with the bigger poinsettias at the top, or we can have it about, well, you might not want it that way. I don't know, you might with the holly nose diving, or you might want to have the berries pointing up with the smaller poinsettia at the top. Do what you like, really. So to do that, all you need to do is cut this one. Then we want to do a mat and a layer. They only fit together one way. Oh, it'd be a good idea to put them on the right way, really, wouldn't it? So here's my mat. I've actually used my inner bit, so I can't show you the inner bit. So this will fit perfectly, as you can see, with a little gap around the edges, like that. And to get that, I suggest what you do is, we know we've got the top here, like that. Then you put down your low tack tape. Let's have a pretend. Pretend this is card. Don't just do it on your craft sheet. Do it on some card. In fact, we'll do it on here. Let's do it on here. We're not going to cut, but we're going to just pop it on here. Okay, so that's on my card. Then you take your frame and you pop your frame inside and just check that the border width is about the same all the way around. Nobody's going to look that closely to see that you've done it properly. And you leave that as is. Then you take the next size, the middle one. As I said, it only goes in one way. And you check you've got an evenish border between that and your actual frame itself. You just move it around until you're happy with it, and then you put some low tack tape on the inner bit, like so. Then you can remove this middle bit, and then you run that through your machine, and that's what gives you your frame. If you don't put that in, then obviously the gold would appear all in the middle there. Depends what you want. You might want to just cut that separately and pop that in as a different colour. You might have an embossed background and you might want this area to be just plain white, in which case you cut it separately and you don't need to do this. But you know, there are lots and lots of different ways of using this die. I'll put that back in a different way now. And that one goes on there like so. I say it only fits one way, so you know where you're going with it. So that's your tip for how to get your frame nice and neat. They are very, very quick cards. This is a super, 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 super simple card. Super simple. So all we're going to do is get this stuck on there. Now I could, if I wanted to, do the dippy in thing, but I'm not going to. I'm going to just dot glue. We'll do the frame in a second. And obviously you could, this one we're just going to do all white on top, but you could change it and have a mix of colours. You can cut it out of papers. There's lots and lots that you can do with them. I know that everybody that had the frames last year absolutely loved them, and they were very, very popular at my my workshops. So don't miss out. Please don't say, can you get any more? Because we can't. Once the stock's gone, it has gone. It may be that there's more stock than there was last year, but there's only 2 frames this year, so you know, please don't miss out. Very exciting to have these. And do watch out, because the mini baubles do fit inside the centre of this. Just saying. Just saying. Now, hopefully I've remembered which way this has got to go. Yeah. I think we're good. Yeah. Go quiet while I'm doing this. It's like cutting out. Okay, we're on. Right, I'm going to pop that underneath my mat and let that set as well, while we do some shaping of some poinsettias. Oh, I'll tell you what we'll all do first. So we'll do the sentiment, because both of the sets have got a different sentiment with them. This set has got Christmas wishes, and you've got that little tiny heart on the top of the eye in Christmas, and you can obviously use that with or without the backer that comes with it. We're going to do the scribbly thing for this. I'm going to dip that in. I just remembered I need to order something, so I must try and remember to do that. And then we will pop that on here. And that looks fab. As always, if you've got the previous frames, you will know how nice it is to have the sentiments with the backers. And it's the same, I believe it's the same, it must be the same font as last year. I haven't checked, but I'm sure it is. Let's get that glue off. And we do some shaping of some poinsettias. So I've cut from the new, this one, from the new PS Festive Poinsettias, which is an A6 set. I think I've cut pretty much most of the sizes out. And the Sprigs, the Holly Sprigs, are from the pierced Holly Sprigs, and it's these 2 here that coordinate. But there's nothing stopping you using those 2 instead if you want to. Put whatever you want to on top. You can put some of the pine branches on top from last year, which are actually back in stock. So don't miss out on those. Where's my jobby? I had it here. There it is. So let's go on the back. I love the pierced details, really lovely on these. Love them. And this one's just got it around the leaves. Really elegant. So let's just give them a bit of shape on the back. Obviously it is completely optional. If you don't have to put extra poinsettias on if you don't want to. Couple. So just working on the back with a ball tool, pressing into the mat. Shall we give the hollies? I think we will give these a little bit of a, just a little bit of shape. Okay. So before we put those on, in fact, I'll put those to one side for a minute. We'll get the layers stuck on. So as I said, super simple. This is just, you know, using it as is. So we've got some 3D foam tape on the back of here. They are perfect for making very quick, very elegant cards. And when you team it up with the layered differently, so you've got the pierced detail on that as well, it just makes everything so classy. And all my samples last year, actually, I took to the Maker's House, and every single one sold. Don't know how much for, but every single one sold. Just because I just don't have space to keep everything, so somebody else might as well get the pleasure out of it, really. So we're going to pop some Prit on the back here, just so we can move the tape if we need to. Make sure I'm the right way. Not that it really matters. So we'll see if we can get this on straight. So obviously the Lustre card is just a bit of an alternative to the mirror card. It is easier to photograph because there's not the glare that there is on a mirror card, but mirror card is lovely anyway. What do I need? Yeah, that's what I needed. I want some of this mounting cushion that I can go around corners with. And I'm coming to the end of this. What am I going to do when I haven't got it? It's always the way, isn't it? You don't miss something until you can't have it anymore. I don't need a full length of this. That should do. I need a tiny bit more. And we just put some, just so that these bits don't sag. We don't want any saggy bits, do we? Well, in a perfect world we don't. Let's put that a bit further in. See how easy I could pick that up and reposition it? And we'll just have two bits over here. And one bit there. And one bit there. Okay. Now I'm not worried about Prit on this because this will just stick for me nicely. Do I want the little ones? ends on the top. Yeah, I think I'll have it that way. So we have it right there. How does that look? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And then we're going to have, we'll pop our Christmas wishes in now. And we'll do that at this, should we do that? We'll do that perhaps with this tape instead. Because I can conserve my really nice tape. And I'll pop a bit of Prit on here so I can get it straight. That's good. See, looks brilliant just without the extra poinsettias, but we're going to put the extra poinsettias on because we can. So we just use our ball tool to press down in the middle to make them pop up a bit. Like so. And then we'll put these on first. So we can put these just perhaps together but not together. Maybe. I mean, I could glue that down directly and just have a little bit of... No, I think we'll just faff, that's what we'll do. We'll just faff. So I want to make sure, in fact, I think I'll bring them back a bit. So I want to make sure the poinsettias hide the stem. Oh, that's something on the floor. Still too hot. Just put some down the stem. And we'll have it so that it is like that, I think, because I know that my poinsettia will cover that up. Okay, and then we'll put this one down here. I'm not putting any glue on the leaves because they are, what are they? They are dimensional, that's what they are. So I'm just going to pop them like that, I think. Right, so poinsettias. We should have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, we're good. So we can put a bit of glue in the centre of each one. And this is the biggest one, so this one is going here. And then we've got the next size one is well, it's either that one or that one. So I haven't cut exact sizes. I didn't cut the largest one. And we'll have this one here. And this one here. Very elegant to have either silver and white or gold and white. I think it's very, very classy. And we'll have this one here, and hopefully it covers that stem up. If it doesn't, I should be very upset. But that looks just fine. Perfectamundo. And then this one is going to go. Oh, we covered that one up already. That's good. I'm going to go there. And this one's going to go here. And this one's going to go here. Teeny tiny one. There we go. That's all our poinsettias on. A little bit of dimension. All we need now is the pearls. So we want to have a pearl in the centre of each of the poinsettias. So we do those first. And we use 5s and 3s, I think. So we're using Gold Star pearls. You can find these at Honey Pot. And it's always the big ones that want to come out. Normally I want big ones. In fact, I might put 4 big ones in the corner. That's what we might have. So we'll keep those. But I do want to have smaller ones. And I struggle to see them with the big ones in the way. Oh, and there's a teeny tiny one there. That's what I want. I want one of those as well. Fab. Normally I use all the 8s first. Right, there we go. Where's my pickup tool? Okie dokie. So we definitely want a 5 in here. And we'll have a 5 in here. Pretty. And do we want a 3 in there? I think that's a bit too small actually. I think we will want 5s. Definitely want a 5 in there. Is that 5 or a 3? That's a 5. Yeah, we'll have a 5. I can't just have one that's a dinky, teeny tiny one. You can obviously do this in lots of different colours, and it'll look fabulous whatever colourway you use. Okay, so there's all those. Then we're going to have some berries on here, I think. So we're using quite a few pearls. That's fine. Now there it is. We want big ones there. We might want little ones there. Let's have little tiny ones there. Yeah, they're cute. It gives you a bit of a point of difference having smaller ones. Very cute. And then we'll finish off with 8s around the edges. Let's get rid of these. Pulled out 4 already. Once again, these are gold star pearls, and you get 3 5s and 8s. We're going to just have a big pearl in each corner, which is a bit of a challenge because the 3D emboss is quite deep, as I've shown you. You'll see that, but we're going to go for it anyway. Classy, not brassy. Are you going to stick or not? Let's see. There we go. Have I put it on the right way? Oh, I have. So it's a card that opens and everything. Beautiful, isn't it? Isn't that elegant? Fabulous. Very, very excited about this release of the new fancy frames from Sentimentally Yours. Hope you've enjoyed that. Do make sure that you get your order in. You can order it either from myself, juliawattscrafts.co.uk, or you can order it from honeypotcrafts.co.uk too. Remember, once the stock has gone, it has gone. There will not be any more. It is a limited edition. So do like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, which is where you are now. There are lots of videos on there. There's about 200 with Sentimentally Yours products, and lots more as well, and lots more to come, obviously. And thank you for watching.